僕を連れて進め
Welcome back, Demon Slayers. Still haven't watched Infinity Castle yet? Seriously, what are you doing? Go watch it. Are we far enough removed from the release that we can talk about spoilers? Guess we'll find out, because today we have here the Figma Nezuko Kamado. Now let's get into it. Now what is Demon Slayer? Well, just watch my Tanjiro video to learn more. But to give a TLDR, Demon Michael Jackson game ends Tanjiro's family. Nezuko gets turned into a demon and doesn't eat people, instead opting for hibernation to regain energy, and Tanjiro joins the Demon Slayer Corps to find Michael Jackson and game end him. Is that in poor taste to say? Now Nezuko can't go outside during the day because she's a sweaty game demon, and demons famously die in the sun. No, that's definitely vampires. Regardless, it's revealed later on in the anime during the Swordsmith Village arc that Nezuko, spoilers, can survive in the sunlight, making her a prime target for Michael Jackson so he can somehow take her powers, or whatever, and be able to moonwalk in the sunlight. Very fancy, I know. Well, if Michael Jackson wants Nezuko so badly, let's take a further look into what makes Nezuko so special. Now Nezuko here is very visually appealing. Not like that, you sickos. Like Tanjiro before her, Nezuko is the spitting image of the anime and artworks. Those pink eyes, that pink kimono, the checkered waist wrap thing, the orange-tipped hair, and of course, the bamboo muzzle. Everything on her is painted and sculpted well, with a few minor paint mess-ups on her Hori, but it's not that bad. That kimono texture, like with the mini Nezuko that came with Tanjiro, is very nice. All this good stuff about the figure's looks, but what about the feel? No. So, there's a pretty glaring issue when it comes to this figure. At first glance, you'd probably just think, what, it's just an ordinary figure?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, there actually isn't a figure in here at all. It's more so just a collection of joints. Like, there's this soft crotch piece, but, why even bother with that? Other than to be a weird I get that the kimono will cover all this up, but at least give us some structure to the figure. If it wasn't obvious, this small little teeny tiny problem is terrible. Also, because the hair is so big and long, it kind of weighs down the head and neck, making them kind of loose. Not good. It makes it a bit more difficult to pose. Now I would say that this is some standard Figma posability, but it kinda isn't. However, we do have loose ball joints at the head and base of the neck. Can't look up that far and down that far. The hair could get in the way of posing, but you do get these ball jointed hair pieces that let the hair spread out that far and move up and down. It's not the best hair system in the world, but it is one that Figma has used before. Shoulder ball joint can move all the way around, but the hair can get in the way and can move out that far. Bicep swivel, elbow bend, elbow swivel like Tanjiro's, where the lower arm and sleeve are separate pieces. Wrist swivel, up and down, rotate the peg side to side. An in quotes chest ball joint and an in quotes waist ball joint allows for a crunch and no real arc. The lower parts of the Hori are on ball joints, but again, the hair gets in the way a bit. Kimono pieces are on ball joints as well, allowing for optimal leg movement. And as you saw with those weird internals, the legs are on ball joints, and they are pretty posable and can move pretty far in all directions. But of course, the kimono gets in the way of literally all of it. Knee bend, ankle ball joint moves up and down, a pivot, and a toe bend. Posability is pretty good, but the lack of an actual figure structure turns this demon child into a mess of parts with arms and legs. Don't really understand why I couldn't have had an actual structure, but what do I know? I'm just a funny internet man who wears fedoras unironically. And you, my effeminate fellow, is a degen who sits around all day and watches idiots talk about toys. Yeah, who's stupid now? Anyways, accessories now. In terms of accessories, Nezuko doesn't really come with a lot. You got your basics, the closed fist, open hands, relaxed hands, grabby hands for some reason, even though she has nothing to grab onto, and a Nezuko special, scratching hands. Now she can use her demon nails to scratch, slash, and gash at enemy demons, though trying to have her scratch at her enemies with this default face does not bring me any joy. So, change her face to this angry face, and that looks fantastic. Now I can feel all that demonic energy. It's easily her best looking face, and what makes it even better, the bamboo muzzle is removable for both faces. Even more display options, hell yeah. Sadly, no face of her full demon form, though I guess that wouldn't really work on this figure since that one has much bigger features, and also the various fine designs throughout her body. That honestly could just be its own separate Figma figure, and I'd still buy it, no questions asked. I know, I'm an idiot. Anyways, you also get these added kimono pieces that are meant to be more open so she can do her kicks better. And they do work, but it could look off still. Besides, the default ones are capable of moving out enough to get some major kicks, so they aren't all that needed. But it's nice they're there for options. And that's it. No more. As is, this isn't a bad assortment of accessories, but as you all know, Nezuko spends a majority of her time in that damn box, which, if you haven't seen my Figma Tanjiro review, first off, what the hell man, I thought we were friends. And secondly, in that, I basically showed off how I already had the DX Nezuko, so you get an extra face, this here dotted-eyed anime face, something the characters would do when they're just staring off into nothing or trying to be cute. You also get this extra hand that's been sunburnt. No, I'm just kidding. It's supposed to be from that one scene where she first uses her blood demon art, and her hand glows orange before exploding, I think. Regardless, that's what that's supposed to be, and not gonna lie, it's a little disappointing. Mostly because you don't even get any real effects to simulate her blood demon art, and that would have been sick if we got that 0 out of 10. Just some pink flame effects would have made the DX version even more worth it, but alas, no such thing here. The only real effect you get is this sparkle effect, which I think is very scene specific, so yeah. Not great honestly, but enough about that trash. You bought the DX version for one reason and one reason only, the box. Yes, the box that was made for Tanjiro in like episode 6 or something that he kept Nezuko in for the majority of the anime is a DX exclusive. Honestly, it did not need to be. It also maybe could have came with Tanjiro instead, but then there would really be no reason to buy the DX Nezuko, so makes sense from Figma's perspective, but with all due respect, fuck off. And speaking of Tanjiro, you can have him wear the box, and that looks absolutely perfect. No notes. Crazy to think that Nezuko's best accessory is for Tanjiro. Oh, and you also have the included figure stand and accessory bag. No surprise there. Overall, this figure is great. Design-wise, it's basically perfect. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Figma is the best at making anime figures. They just know how to capture the feel of the anime in a figure form. But I can't say they really captured the feel of a solid figure with this one. The lack of a structure really brings it down a bit. Not to mention the accessories could leave a bit to be desired. Given that this is the DX version, you'd expect a bit more on the accessory side. But really, you're only getting this one for the box. If you don't care about the box, just get the regular version. But that's basically it. So thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more figure reviews, more animation, more speed drawings, and more gaming videos. And check out my streams as well. I'm your FedoraBoy. I tip my fedora to you and bid you adieu.